Hey, what's up guys, Vulkan here. Today we're going to be going over the top 5 decks, in my opinion, to win the Royal Delivery Drop Challenge. Real quick, I just want to say that this loss, I legged out. It does not count. Okay, moving on with the video. So we're going to start off with this Barbarian Hut Elixir Golem deck. It's just super solid. It's like one of the easiest decks in the game to play, because really all you do with the deck is you set up Barb Huts, and then you counter push with the Elixir Golem at the bridge after you defend, or you just build an Elixir Golem push in the back when you have an Elixir advantage. I'm telling you, it's like a joke how easy this deck is to play. And also, in this challenge, what you're going to see is a lot of Mega Knight, and you're going to see a lot of ranged troops, because everyone has splash damage. And so as long as you're running a deck that's going to be good versus like Mega Knight and splash damage decks, then you're looking pretty good. So starting off, I'll just Barbarian Hut first play. Normally I wouldn't Barbarian Hut first play, but in a challenge like this, because you know troops are spawning down the field, you have to make the first move. You can't just wait. So because of that, but it's also fine because double elixir starts and at the 2-minute mark, so like you're really not even that worried about making the first move, because it gets double elixir pretty quickly. Okay, so we're just gonna play the Barbarian Barrel, just to keep everything alive. Nothing ever really happens in the first minute of this challenge. You should just be playing defense. Don't overcommit. You're not gonna get damage on their tower, and they're not gonna get damage on your tower. Like, just play it slow. So here, I'm just gonna go with the Elixir Dragon, and then set up another Barbarian Hut. There's really no reason to attack, right? Well, I think we'll just go an offensive tornado here. Go ahead and kill that. And then probably what we're going to do, normally what you want to do with this deck is, you don't really want to Elixir Golem at the bridge. Instead, you want to start it in the back. In certain matchups, in certain scenarios, you can. But usually it's a safer play to just play it in the back. So he goes with the rocket, which is fine by... And he misses the rocket, but even if he had hit it, it would have been fine by me, because it doesn't kill everything, and then the healer would have just healed everything up anyway. So now he's going to have like a ton of troops. Thinking we're going to get down a dual lane pressure push here. Go ahead and play the Electro Dragon over there. And there's like no way he's going to defend this. This is going to be... Well, maybe he defends it. Well, I guess he does, because of the Royal Recruits. And those Royal Recruits are powerful. Okay, so we're going to slow down. Set up the Barbarian Hut again. Part of me thinks that this deck, like, low-key is weak to the Royal Recruits. And it almost seems like it would be a bad idea to play it, like... But I think the deck is just so good, it doesn't even matter. If this deck was weaker in the meta, I wouldn't recommend playing it, but I'm telling you, this deck is just broken. So we're just going to go ahead and kill that bomb tower, and then we're probably just going to Elixir Golem in the middle. You got to be careful when you attack. You can't attack right when the Royal Recruits are about to spawn. Like, I'm going to wait for them to spawn again before my next attack. But it doesn't matter, because the game is over. That is game number 1. And we will hop into game number 2 with the second deck. So the second deck we're going to be using today is this Royal Hogs Barbarian Hut. If you're seeing a theme, Barbarian Hut is a very good card right now, and it works really well in these challenges, because since they're making the first move, and they have to play into your Barbarian Hut a lot, so it just ends up working out really well, you know, because they have to make the first move, because the Royal Recruits like instantly drop. So it's a really good counter push. So in a challenge like this, Barbarian Hut just works really well because it's a good counter pushing deck. Basically what you're doing with this deck is you're not really playing Royal Hogs all that much. Like, pretty much what you do is you just defend and you counter push, and a lot of times, like, I'll go the entire game and I won't even play Royal Hogs, and I'll win. Like, you just poison cycle when it makes sense. You counter push. You wait for their troops to get to your side, then you Barbarian Barrel their ranged troops on the counter. Once their ranged troops are counter pushing, And then if you have like an elixir advantage, well, if you have a lot of troops down and the royal recruits are not about to spawn, then you can split royal hogs at the bridge, and that's how you end up getting the tower damage. And then you're not really using magic archer on offense that much. You're pretty much just using magic archer on defense a lot because it's really good versus all the royal recruits that spawn on the field. So starting to play again, we're just going to go barbarian hut. In a challenge like this, as I said earlier, normally I wouldn't recommend making the first play, but in a challenge like this, it works out really well. So he has bowler. That's actually a pretty good card versus my deck, but we can definitely beat it. It's not actually that good versus like a bandit, for example. And it's not that good versus magic archer, so we have some ways to deal with it. It's also not good versus bats. So we'll play the bats there, and then we're going to play Electro Wizard over here. Pretty much just going to play defense. I'll go ahead and just play my bandit to keep the Electro Wizard alive. My barbarian hut goes down, but I don't even care. Like, the barbarian hut is more just... It's not really to get damage. You're not usually going to get damage with the barbarians, but it's more just to cause them to, like, have to defend it. So we'll just play the barbarian hut here. Go ahead and tank for our magic archer. I will play bats. And we're not even going to roll hogs, yeah, because the royal recruits are about to drop, so we didn't want to roll hogs into that. It almost looks like this dude doesn't even have a big spell, so we're going to keep that in mind, and we'll probably be able to stack like a lot of magic archers. So the barbarian barrel, as I said, usually you're using the barbarian barrel to kill their counter pushing ranged troops, since you don't have a quick cycle on the poison. And in this challenge, there's a lot of ranged troops. You gotta save the barbarian barrel for that. So I'm thinking I can actually just get some magic archer chip damage here, because we have a lot of counter pushing stuff down right now. And then I'm even gonna poison, because poison's pretty valuable versus an executioner. Everything's staying alive. I don't think that the recruits are about to drop, so we're just gonna go ahead and try to kill that. Looks like it works out pretty well. He attacked into the recruits. Big mistake. You can never attack when the recruits are about to spawn. Here, I can attack because the recruits are not about to spawn. I don't think. I'm not actually sure how often the recruits spawn. I should tell you guys. That'd be a good tip to give. Here we're going to play high magic archers. You're never really playing troops low. It's usually just better to play high, because a lot of times if they have a big spell and you play it low, it's just not going to work out that well in double elixir. So he's got a good push here, but I'm not that worried. The barbarian hut is so solid on defense, like, his push is not going to break through, even though he prediction... Oh, he didn't even get down the prediction arrows. So maybe I'm attacking into recruits? Yeah, I wasn't sure. I wasn't really paying attention to the last time they were played. Get down the barb hut in this lane, since he has all those troops in that lane. Then we're just going to go to the barbarian barrel. Try to kill it, and then try to cycle back to another magic archer. And there we go, the recruits. All you really have to do... This is also why the barbarian hut is so good. Because all you really have to do is stall their troops a lot, and the barbarian hut stalls the troops, and then the royal recruits clean up. So this should be a good game. There we go. Another easy victory. But really, this challenge is not that hard. Like, as long as you're not overcommitting and you're using a good deck, one of these decks that I show you, this challenge should be a breeze. So going to deck number 3. Well, I'll probably just put the deck in the overlay, so I don't need to show it now. This deck is, I think, really good in this challenge, because if you think about it, the Battle Hero is good versus like the Mega Knight. The Magic Archer and the E-Wiz and the Cannon Cart are all really good versus the Royal Recruits. And so you can just stack them a lot on defense. They can't really use spells to kill your Battle Healer and Cannon Cart that easily. Just ends up getting a lot of value. He's not even playing a card. This is kind of weird. Ooh. Just gonna fireball that. Just to kill it. So that's actually a situation where it was probably intentional. A lot of people who are newer to the game, or I guess don't play it as much as I do, they'll wait to play the Sparky, which is not really a good play. You shouldn't just leak Elixir and then play your Sparky trying to get a counter push. So we're gonna play the Magic Archer, hoping that goes to that lane, and then we're gonna play the... Looks like we need to defend with Battle Healer over here. But pretty much we're just not overcommitting. We're just playing troops when we get to 10 Elixir. And unfortunately we got some really unlucky recruit spawns. They all spawned in the left lane. But we should still have no problem with this defense. You gotta really save your Elixir, like... Can't overcommit, because if you overcommit all the recruits kill your troops, you're just toast. We're gonna keep playing it slow, play our cheapest troops. I'm just gonna do this. There's no reason to even play the Ram Rider. Usually what you're doing with the Ram Rider is you're pretty much saving it for defense, or when you have like a nasty push down with a lot of counter push. I think this is actually a good time to play it because he just played his Sparky. So we're gonna go with the Ram Rider, and I don't think their recruits are gonna spawn soon. Okay, they did spawn, but we got enough damage where it's definitely worth it. Let's see if we can get down our Battle Healer in front. Looks like we don't. Doesn't really matter too much. We'll just Magic Archer I was trying to line it up so that it would hit the Witch. Didn't really work out, but we already have his tower down. So there we go. That is GG. Super easy victory. Go into the next one. So this next deck is going to be Golem, and I figured this is a really good opportunity to whip out this Golem deck because this is a Golem deck that in the normal game is not really all that great. It's like a good deck, but not like an amazing deck, and the reason why is because it's a little bit too expensive. But in a challenge like this, when double Elixir starts early, I think it could really shine. So we're gonna play the Battle Healer here. This way the Magic Archer doesn't really lock onto it. Magic Archer doesn't really do all that much damage to like medium HP troops. That's kind of a fail on his part. But you gotta be careful that it doesn't lock onto your tower, because it does a lot of damage to your tower. So I'm thinking we don't even play the Golem. Probably when he gets a double Elixir, that's when we're going to play the Golem in the back. Just no reason to risk it in single. So we're just going to play Golem in the back now. Did he give up? Okay, we'll go to another game. I had a feeling something like that was going to happen, which is why I intentionally started the challenge like earlier than 5 wins before it was over. So... or before I got the 9 wins. So yeah, as I was saying, basically just wait till double Elixir to play the Golem, and you should be golden, like... Ooh, that's actually, like, maybe gonna be a decent amount of damage. Hopefully only 1 hit. Okay, 1 hit is fine. We can deal with 1 hit. So we're just gonna wait, and I'm probably gonna play the Golem pretty soon, because it's almost double Elixir here. If that dies, I play the Golem. Okay, we go Golem, definitely. We also should have an Elixir advantage, that's also why I played it. And we got the Royal Recruit spawning, okay. So double Elixir is about to hit already. We will just... Mini P.E.K.K.A. Then we wait here to see what happens. I think I just Baby Dragon. Not really anything else we can do, honestly. We don't really want to spam Dark Prince. Well, now we spam Dark Prince. Oh, and he's doing that. Man, this... Why does he have such low... He has such low level cards at 8 wins. Okay, we don't want to spam now because he has, Man, I think this might be the best deck I've shown. This is, like, so easy. He also has a terrible deck, but, Yeah, 2 super easy wins. Like, can't really hope for better than that. So, we're just gonna go to the next deck. I told you guys the basic game plan. Just wait till double elixir, and then we'll start super early, and then play your golem, and you get the win. Okay, so for the final game, we will be playing Graveyard Cannock, and I was thinking about it. I was like, would Graveyard be good in this challenge? Because all the Royal Recruits are spawning. But the thing is, the Royal Recruits aren't gonna spawn like on the Crown Tower, so they wouldn't actually defend your Graveyard. So yeah, in conclusion, I decided that this deck will work pretty well. I'm gonna try to activate my King Tower here. Problem is, I gotta wait. Yeah, so a super overcommitment, but it doesn't really matter because the Royal Recruits will just clean up these Barbarians for me. Yep, they hit half the Barbarians. Not bad. We'll just go with a Baby Dragon. Like with this deck, I would say just get your King Tower activated at all costs. It'll be really hard to activate it later in the game, so you gotta get it activated at like the start of the game. So try to get the King Tower activated, and then in double elixir just start graveyarding when you have counter pushes. And you should have a really easy time. So we'll just play the Barbarian Hut. We have Tornado, so it doesn't really matter too much where we play it, because we can just Tornado the Balloon. Go with the Poison. And keep in mind, now that we poison, we cannot graveyard because people will play the Minion Horde. Oh, there's the Minion Horde, so now we actually can graveyard. But we gotta wait. We should have a nasty counter push here. I think I'm gonna graveyard on this side. We'll poison, and he's about to lose like both of his towers. Oh, he's losing his left tower for sure. Maybe his right tower. Wow, that was easy. Play the high Baby Dragon, go ahead and kill that. It's double elixir. You don't really have to think too much about what you're doing. You just kind of play troops that defend the troops that they're playing. We'll just Tornado that to keep the Ice Wizard alive. Then I'm thinking we just play the Barbarian Barrel there. We'll sack our tower. We don't even care. That he can have it. Give him some crowns. And we got the 3rd crown. Super easy. There we go. So there we go. We got the 9 wins. This is not that hard of a challenge if you're using a good deck and you play it in like a not over aggressive way. To recap, I would say that this is probably the first best deck. Because the Royal Recruits don't really do anything versus a Graveyard. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Golem seemed to be the 2nd easiest. This would probably be the 3rd best, 4th best, and 5th best. But you could definitely use any of these decks well, and they even work well outside of this challenge. So yeah, feel free to give any of these decks a try. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to stay tuned for more videos from my channel. And Vulkan out.